Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I'm WildSparrow, and last episode we had the wrong layout, the wrong overlay, but Dark Pentagon is down here now and we're all good. This is our second to last show before Sacrifice, so let's get right into things. As you can see, we have 15 segments to get through, so I guess let's get right into it. EC3 opens the show to confront Abyss, basically saying, "What the fuck? I had a title opportunity last week and you messed that up for me." And Abyss justifying himself to say that Dark Pentagon is the reason Jimmy Havoc isn't in GFW, and he hasn't let that go. His war against LAX is over. He won. But Dark Pentagon left LAX before he could inflict pain upon him. So he's going after Dark Pentagon. It just so happens that Ethan Carter III was the wrong guy at the wrong time. A match is set, by the way, for the main event, Ethan Carter III versus Abyss. Keith Lee then defeated Kingston to become the 5th qualified man for the Grand Championship 6-way at Sacrifice. So now we have 5 people in that match. Next we have the face-off segment between Rosemary and Ash Luthor, or we would have that had Ashley Flair not booted Rosemary when Rosemary was making her way to the ring for that face-off. As Ashley Flair is taunting and celebrating having landed a shot on Rosemary, Rosemary sits up and just stares a hole into Ashley Flair. Then we had Eddie Edwards defeat Jake Hager to become the 6th and final entrant in the Sacrifice 6-way for the Grand Championship, and we can just go on and schedule that right now. We're going to schedule that right now. It's going to be Austin Aries versus Jay Lethal versus Christopher Daniels versus Ishimori versus Keith Lee versus Eddie Edwards. That is the Grand Championship 6-way. Just going to put GR. Yeah. The Grand Championship 6-way is now fully set. Next we have a sit-down interview with Johnny Impact and Matt Seidel, conducted by Jeremy Borash. Basically, Johnny Impact saying that they've been down in the dumps, and it's nobody's fault specifically. He wants to make that clear. It's nobody's fault specifically. They just had a bit of a fall from grace, and momentum is a hard thing to get a hold of, but soon enough he will. Next we have Fred Yehai Yehi Fred versus Jushin Liger. Fred defeats Jushin Liger. This is just Fred. Defeats Jushin Liger by submission in 8:07. Then Evolve goes to beat down Jushin Liger, but Aaron Stevens and Moose Maryland run in to make the save. Then in about that, good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Austin Aries and Jay Lethal defeated Ishimori and Christopher Daniels with a brainbuster on Ishimori, the move that put away Jushin Liger. Then in a freestyle segment, the LAX trial Ortiz and Santana make their case, basically pleading, saying that they can bounce back, they can prove that they're worthy of being in LAX. They're scared that Conan has replaced them with El Hijo del Fantasma and El Texano Jr. Basically, that is the thing that is happening right here. Conan hears what they have to say and tells them that they will get an answer from him next week. Then in a decent match, Braxton Sutter and Petey Williams defeated Chuck Taylor and Caleb Conley when Braxton Sutter defeated Caleb Conley by pinfall with a flatliner. Chuck Taylor, however, walked out of the match, turned his back on his own partner, did not give a single crap about his partner, which was followed up by Sting telling him to hold up. This business is based on respect. You've been disrespecting everybody since you walked in to Impact. you were handed an opportunity. You earned this opportunity, um, and basically ever since then you've been running your mouth all over the place and running roughshod over the X division. Well, the X division is now going to catch up with that, because at Sacrifice it will be a four-way between all the four men in that tag team match. It'll be Chuck Taylor defending against Braxton Sutter, Petey Williams, and Caleb Conley. Then we have Kota Ibushi versus Andrew Everett. Kota Ibushi defeats Andrew Everett with a Golden Star Bomb at 7:52. And then Sting comes out again and directs the Golden Lovers' attention to the Titantron. The Young Bucks appear as themselves, ditching the Generation rename, ditching the Max and Jeremy Buck thing. They're not that anymore. They don't want to be that. That's not who they are. They are Matt and Nick Jackson. They are the Young Bucks. They appear on screen to say hi to Kenny and to say that at Sacrifice they're gonna be catching up, on old days, talking about, the good old days with Kenny Omega, and also becoming the new GFW Tag Team Champions. That is their intention at Sacrifice. It will be, hold on, let me schedule that, book match at Sacrifice. It will be Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi against Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks. We have 2 matches scheduled for GFW Sacrifice. Next segment. Then in a bout that had Fantastic Heat and good wrestling in the main event, Abyss drew with Ethan Carter III, and Dark Pentagon ran and attacked Abyss and Ethan Carter III. It all descended into a massive brawl, and basically the show ended with the 3 men brawling. The locker room was trying to tear them apart from each other, but they just wouldn't have any of that. The 3 men were just beating the living hell out of each other. So yeah, let's increase our popularity in 32 regions. This is a shit rating. We can do better, and we will do better. Probably overuse Sting a little bit, but doesn't matter. Anyway, that will be enough for this episode. Next episode will be the go home show for Sacrifice, so we'll be gearing up for that, and the one after that will be Sacrifice. But that'll do it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, let me know what you think in the comments, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you in whatever I upload next.